And you have to be able to trust and respect our people and our process to the point that we can do them well, because this is why we're here. He was just a tyrant. And this was, a couple years ago. And no one could reason with the guy. Because he just came in hot, and so what ended up happening was Carlo just took him into one of the rooms before he even looked at his patient. And he was like, hey man, we got to start over. Like, what's happening right now? Because if you don't trust us, and we don't trust you, like, automatically no one's gonna have a good time. Nobody's gonna win, and your patient is ultimately the one that's going to lose. We go to respect, we go to collaboration, and we go to accountability, right? So if you can handle trust and respect, like, hey, we just have to have these two things. I'm here for step 3. So if I walk in with an estimate, like, hey, we're into the collaboration process, but if we lose trust and we lose respect one way or the other, so if I don't trust you as a caregiver, fail. If I don't respect you as a caregiver, fail, and vice versa. We can't collaborate anymore. So it's not necessarily something that you integrate into your talk path, but it is something that I integrated into my mindset. Like, I'm just going to trust this person that they're here with the best of intentions. I'm just going to respect them as hard and as far as I can. And then when that line gets pushed ultimately to the point that I can't do it, I'm either going to call Molly.
I seem to be the go-to person for this shit.
But you're just better because you integrate that into your talk path in an assertive, direct, but also respectable way. Like, it's not like you walk into a room with the intention of kicking anybody out.
No.
It's just you know how to say those words in a way that's really damn effective.
The last thing I want to do is ever see a patient leave here without the help or the care that it needs.
Exactly. And that brings me, then that all circles back to that why, right? It's not because I actually care about the caregiver's feelings. It's not because I actually care about the caregiver's separation anxiety, right? Like, because that's a real thing. We could make a whole hour on that if we wanted to, but it would get really, really mean. Yeah. And we're not going to do that.
I could care, I don't want this to sound mean, but I could care less how the caregivers are feeling in those situations. Exactly. I'm here for your cat, your dog, the birds, as much as I hate the exotics, like all of them. Right. I am here to make sure that they get the care that they need, but when caregivers become difficult, it's if you can't trust us, then you need to leave.
Exactly.
And I hate doing that. I hate throwing that card out there to them. But it's a reality of the situation. We're not going to be able to help your patient if you don't trust us.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why being able to have that why, not just in your gut, but actively like in your head when you need it, is such a powerful tool because it allows you to justify saying things that might not be the most comfortable thing to say. Because now you can defend it, whether it's to yourself or somebody else. Like, hey, yes, I'm acknowledging that we have made concessions on certain variables of the patient care process, most of them emotional, but it's for this purpose. And this is why. And you have to be able to trust and respect our people and our process to the point that we can do them well, because this is why we're here. Okay? It's these other 3 things that you're valuing above these things. That's where our disparity is. With the bigger a gap we have on those things, the less trust and less respect we're going to have, because we're just coming from different places. So we just have to make our why really, really clear. And if we have that, then it just becomes easier for the person to either trust and respect us, and us vice versa, or easier for them to be like, I don't value that. Like, that's when you go get care elsewhere, because some other clinics will value other variables more. Thanks for checking out this clip from the PAWCast Veterinary Podcast. If you are interested in watching this full episode, you can go ahead and find that right here. And if you're ready to be the force of change in veterinary medicine, go ahead and click subscribe right here to learn more. Thanks.